Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome to, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and a brand new campaign. This time I'm doing France 1940. Now, I've not done a modern French campaign. I don't think I've done a 1940 France campaign at all, actually, on camera. I might be wrong, but I have to go and check. But normally I record my campaigns live on Twitch. I'm not doing that this time, or at least not the first episode, because I have an idea and I kind of just want to take my time with it and not have the distractions of Twitch chat for the actual kind of building. But you know, France is an interesting one to play because it's one of the very few countries currently in the campaign where you can fight against both of your opponents. So if you play as Germany, you're mainly fighting Britain. If you're playing as Britain, you're mainly fighting Germany. And the same is true for Austria-Hungary and Italy. And, you know, these guys are mainly fighting each other. But France has the option to fight both. And you kind of need to. You need a fleet up here, and you need a fleet down here somewhere. Probably in Nice. Now, you may be thinking, well, what's your idea for the campaign? Well, the diverse campaign for the UK did go quite well. And I really enjoyed doing it. So for the French, I'm going to do a slight variation on that. And it's going to be, well, what I'm going to call a unique campaign. So each ship, every single ship, is going to be completely unique. There will be no duplicates whatsoever. And I'm going to start, weirdly, I think, with the large cruiser. So I'm going to have one of each of these capital ship designs. I'm going to focus on the capital ships, and then I'll try and get some light ships in if I can afford them, because you don't have a huge budget as the French. 1.2 billion. Do we know what the others have? No. They already have their starting fleets, of course. Starting fleets, the British have quite a large fleet, which is good. Italians, very small. 5 battleships, 4 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. Probably going to be similar to Italy in size. Austria-Hungary has more cruisers. And then Germans have quite a large fleet. So, I would like these ships to follow a sort of progression, actually. So I think I'm actually going to start with the modernized Dreadnought, because this is going to be our oldest ship, I think. And I don't want it to be super huge. So I'm actually going to make it as small as I possibly can. Just because, you know, even that gets down to 47,000 tons, which I think is still pretty chunky ship. We're going to go standard crew, standard bulkheads, tower. I don't like the ones with the triangle-y bit at the back. I find they take up a lot of space. Probably this one. Again, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more compact than the others. Oil 3, very nice. Obviously, being an older ship, it's going to have steam. Nothing too shocking. 66 smoke. Yeah, just a single funnel, and we could probably make this thing go insane speeds. What about on a natural boiler, though? Keep it cheap and cheerful. yeah, 25 knots on a natural boiler for a modernised dreadnought. That's not crazy. Guns. We have 18 Mark III, 17 Mark III, 16 Mark IIIs, and 15 Mark IVs. I think make a lot of sense to have 15-inch guns in that case. And you know what? I feel like doing something different. Everyone's always like, oh, you always do the same designs. And to be fair, I do. I tend to do ABX duals or ABXY duals, sorry, or ABX triples. Just as historically, they are very effective layouts. Let's go for something different. Let's go for an AX quad, because why not? Can I get any 5-inch guns? Ooh, I can. But not there. Oh, no. Why do that when you can have octo guns? Yes, excellent. Double stacked quad 4-inch guns. Very nice. Fit any 3-inch guns anywhere? Nope. And there are room for some 2-inch guns. Okay. Very nice. Yes, that's plenty of firepower. Very strange looking ship. Let's see if we can get it to work. Definitely good barbette protection. Anti-torpedo probably 3 on an older ship like this. Maybe anti-flood only 2. Barbette probably. Let's go for heavy barbette. I think she would have radar, but maybe not the best radar. Would definitely want sonar. I don't want to go without it. Fairly standard shell setup for me. I'm going to go tube powder super heavy shells on pretty much all the ships. I find high capacity works quite well with the tube powder super heavy shells, because these have quite a lot of pen already. If you go incendiary, they don't have quite enough, but the high capacity ones, these things can do horrible things. Increased AP on the shells, and we're at 96%, so probably just enough to armor the. Wow, that's really nice turret armor. I don't even think I need that much. You can get 18, that's fine. 18.9. Wow, this thing is heavily armored by default. 16, I'd say an 8-inch deck's more than enough. This thing is going to be chunky. It's going to be a real brawler. 4. Can we get even 4-inch superstructure armor? Yeah, we can. That is definitely a ship designed for brawling. Can we go all the way up to 10-inch on the belts? Ooh. Maybe even 11? 11's pushing it, surely. Yeah. But not by much. 10.8. That is a brawler if ever I've seen one. Well, works for me. See if we can balance out the ship a little bit. It still claims to have a 4-weight offset, which seems utterly ridiculous, but get it down to 0.6. I really don't want to move this turret too much further back. We'll just have to go for that 0.5%. It's not ideal, but there we go. The Bellicose, our old school brawler of a ship with a very strange turret layout, and loads of secondaries. 100 million, pretty cheap. Okay, we'll save that one. New design. we are going to go up a level to the modern... I think I'm going to go modern 1. And then design the large cruiser. Yeah, we're going to go modern 1. So the Diderot. Okay. Now the modern 1 is this really, really strange... These are the same price, just different weights. Wow, okay. That looks like a... It looks like a... it looks like a... It looks like a cruiser, this thing. 20. That is very nice. So this would be the successor to the Bellicose. Now the Bellicose was a very chunky ship, so I don't want this one to be huge. Are there only 2 sizes? Yeah, there are. Let's go for a smaller size. So Bellicose was 47,000 tons. Diderot is going to be 55. We'll stick with geared turbines. Might be able to... Yeah, no. Stick with standard beam and draft, I think. I think we'll be able to get it to go fast enough. Just stick a mega... Actually, she's a double funnel ship. Too much smoke interference, however, to actually pull off a double funnel. That's a shame. Now, she does not need to be super fast. I would say, you know, 25 to 28 would be a good upgrade. So I could probably do this on induced boilers. Yeah, induced boilers. Pretty cheap. Can even use a smaller funnel. Yeah. Looks really weird like that. But yeah, don't need a big funnel. Now then. Gun-wise, we were going 15s on the Bellicose, and I think 15s are a good choice on the on the Diderot as well. I'm gonna go triples, I think. Yeah, triples on this one. So different layout. She's really going to look like a cruiser. No. Going to be 4-inch guns again as our main secondary armament. Something like that, and then oh wow, 3-inch quad guns as well. Certainly plenty of secondary firepower. Right. Stick with the Orcs diesel. Improved torpedo protection would be nice. Maybe, yeah, stick with the Gen 2 on this one. This is not a huge upgrade to the Gen 3. So if I'm struggling for weight, which I am on this ship, Although, again, armor is pretty nice right off the bat. 4-4. This one's not going to be much of a brawler. Interesting. It's a much more capable ship, faster, longer range. Oh, you need standard crew quarters. That's going to be expensive. Might have to stick with the older Anti-Torp 3. Yeah. It's going to reduce her abilities a fair bit, but can also be a brawler. Although she's not going to have as much on her superstructure as the other ships. Yeah, that works for me. The Diderot, I think she'll do fine. Actually have a little bit of an half-weight offset, which is pretty unusual. There. Interesting. Interesting ship. Okay. Next, we're going to have the Ritualia. Okay, well, if we're doing Ritualia, then should really do the modern 2. Yeah, modern 2, and I don't like the super long one. Yeah, where is it? There's a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are 3 sizes, so that one. Do not need the draft. Again, saves money. Probably just the best tower. With the good secondary tower. Now, guns. I think maybe last ship I'm going to build with the 15s. Well, last battleship I'm going to build with the 15s. Because again, we're only talking. Actually, she's going to be a bit lighter than the Diderot, so like an improved version, I guess. We'll stick with steam. Cheap and effective. Smoke. There's a lot of smoke. Go for 2 of those bad boys? No. Just about acceptable double funnel. What about if it was balanced? Yeah, balanced is fine. Balanced double funnel. That I can get behind. She could probably go extremely fast if we wanted. Yes, arbitrarily fast. But on a natural, which is much cheaper, she can still go insane speeds. Okay. Let's say we wanted to do 30 knots. Yeah, we'll stick with the naturals. I'll take the little bit of smoke interference, although yeah, I think that's the best setup for that speed. A little bit of smoke interference, not much. 3% accuracy debuff, but does work, I think. Right, 5-inch guns. Can we get any 5-inch guns in? I would like a 5-inch. Yeah, we can go for a kind of central secondary battery of 5-inch guns, and then what? 3-inch quads. Yeah, I'm not going to put them up here because it makes moving the towers around impossible. Yeah, that works for me. Right. Standard bulkhead. Surely you can get the anti-torpedo 4 in now. Maybe even Gen 3 for this one. Marking, you know, the real start of a modern ship. So Bellicose and Diderot are a little bit older. Ritualia is a much newer... Oh, Jesus Christ, the default armor on this is insane. I love it. 2010, that's fine on those guns. 16, 8, 4, 4, 4. Nice. And more on the forward belt. Does make it the ship pitchy, but yeah, that kind of works, except we have a big halfway offset. What happens if we just get rid of that? Okay, that's a bit better. It does reduce our... Can we actually fit 2 guns up there? That would be amazing if you could fit 2 guns up there. Sadly not. Still have an aft weight offset. I mean, I can move a turret forward, of course, but there's not a lot of... That doesn't make a huge difference. We'll just have to go with that slight inaccuracy. So not a perfect ship, by any means. But I think effective. She is more. They get progressively more expensive, which makes sense. Okay, let's save you. Right, and then I think, oh yeah, the large cruiser I think would be contemporary with the Diderot, perhaps. You don't get a lot. Go with the cheap tower. I hate the mirrored tower, even though it is a very good option. So we'll go for this one. Now, a large cruiser. I wonder. Let's go oil. I'm probably just going to stick with steam, to be honest. Really? You don't give me any funnel mounts. Well, that's just awkward. Wow, that is an extremely fast ship. How fast will he go on a natural boiler? Because I don't need you going insane speeds. "31 knots. Especially if I reduce the draft a little bit to get the engine efficiency up. Yeah. The Marguerite du Ponant. Now then, guns. I wonder what guns to go for. So, again, I could go with the 15-inch gun. But we also have down here the 13-inch, which is a Mark V. And that is extremely tempting. Although, okay, that has to be a mistake. Look at the stats on the 12-inch gun for accuracy at 2,500 meters, 73%. Whereas on the 13, it's 44. Yeah, that has to be a misprint. Well, not a misprint, but that has to be an error. 7,500, 11%. Yeah, the 12-inch gun is just ludicrously good. However, on the 13-inch, we can fit quads, which, on a ship this size, is an interesting option. I'm going to go... Really? Damn. Maybe 12s would be a good option then. Did they fit up there? Oh. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna abuse the 12s. We'll do a quad 13-inch armor ship though. Don't you worry. But that is still going to feature to pass up. There we go. Very nice secondary guns. What about? Yeah, I could fit like one 5-inch gun, but not very exciting. Really? Is that designed for a 2-inch mount? It is. Okay then. You know what? Let's go all triples on this ship. I'm surprised they don't fit the 3-inch triples, but okay. I'm not going to put them on the funnels again because it makes moving them around impossible. Just a scattering of 2-inch guns. So probably standard ratio on this one. Something like that. Possibly torpedoes, although I don't think this type of ship would have them. Definitely the Gen 3 though, because I see her more of a kind of search and destroy type ship. Alright, let's go for 14, 7, 12, 6, 6, 6, 3, 3, 3, 14. 99%. Yeah, that's not bad. Increase torpedo protection. Nope. Increase the armor. No. About 7, 7. Not quite. Not far off, though. Okay, there we go. Interesting ship. That needs balancing. Be a little bit of an half-weight offset. Okay. Yeah. It's not going to look perfect by any means, but yeah, why not? We have the Marguerite du Ponent, a 12-inch armed large cruiser. Not too expensive either at 90 million. Okay, and she's going to be joined by a battlecruiser 4, and this one is going to have the 13 inches. But she's not going to need to be that big. I'm going to make a smaller ship. Much smaller ship. Right. Oil. Right. Main tower. Cheap one. I'm assuming the lights are better than the compacts yet. Something like that. Engine efficiency. Now, the Marguerite could do 31 knots, so we want to be able to go at least that fast. Which is not super fast. But we're not going to be able to do it on natural boilers. What about balanced? Yeah, no problem at all. We get a bit of extra speed out of it. 33 knots, maybe? Yeah, 33. There we go. 33 on a smaller funnel. No smoke, interference. I can live with that. Right, secondary guns. Again, I'd like to get 5-inch guns in, but I don't think the game's going to let me go with the 4-inch, however, then backed up with, yeah, 2-inch. Right, halfway offset issues. It's always something with these ships. Never ever straightforward. Halfway offset, really? Well, we'll get into the balancing later. Maybe she's got a weird armor setup. I like the anti-torpedo 4 on this one though. Again, I could use standard ratio on this one. That's a very heavily armoured gun. That's excessive. Let's go for 16.8. 14.7. With 4.4.4. Six. Okay, 98% and an aft weight offset. So she needs an armoured prow. That's what she needs. Now, this does increase pitch, by the way. So there's a limited utility to doing this. But it is funny. Yeah, we're going to go with we're going to go with this. Armoured prow, why not? And maybe, yeah, move that gun. There's really not much else I can do. Like, I can move this right forwards, but all it does is increase pitch. So there's, you know, if you're reducing this by increasing this, it's not usually worth it. So we'll just go with that. A little bit of a weird ship, the Grand St. Louis, but why not? Why not, indeed? You decide. Next would be the experimental battlecruisers. I'm on a battlecruiser roll. Might as well continue. So the two battlecruisers at the moment are getting up to 35,000 tons. So this would be massively bigger. 3 lengths. go for the smallest one. There we go. 46,000. That's a pretty big leap over the previous. Oh my goodness, so many towers, but they're all pretty similar. The price difference, though. The weight difference. Just go for the cheap one. Which is not nearly as much with the secondary towers. Well, there's a fairly big jump here. So I think I'm going to go for this one. Now then, funnels. Yeah, one funnel. So just go induced. Something like that. This thing can probably go pretty fast if I wanted it to, but 34 knots is acceptable. It's just a little bit faster than the St. Louis. What kind of guns can you fit on there? Can you fit a 13? Ooh, hello. You can. Let's just go for lots of firepower then. Because that is quite fun. As a concept. How are we doing weight-wise? We've got plenty. Need to say something for the next battlecruiser, of course. Super heavy, semi-auto, advanced hydraulics. We've still got loads left on the Victoire, and she already has crazy armor on her. Well, on the guns anyway. There we go. She's not bad at all. Should be pretty murderous, I would say. Especially if we can up her. Yeah, not quite. Something like that. Full weight offset of 1%. Okay. She doesn't have any secondary guns. I'm just noticing. Well, you know what? She just doesn't have secondary guns. You go, French are like, nope, just 13-inch guns. That's all you need. Nothing else. Save the weight. And go for 13-inch guns. Sure. Why not? Okay, save the design, please. I did save the other designs. Yes, I did. Okay, new. The experimental battlecruiser 2. So this is our most powerful battlecruiser, or supposedly. Now we do have. Or will it be? Yeah, well. So we'll have 4 of these. So we've got 12s, 2 with 13s. So I'm thinking this one is going to have bigger guns on it, and the next ones up that makes sense are 15s. So some form of 15-inch gun battlecruiser. In fact, let's go for... We don't have too many ships with dual guns. In fact, I'm not sure we have any. Quads, triples, quads. Yeah, we don't have any with dual guns. So let's go for a dual gun design. Keep the visual distinctiveness. And as well, this can be an 8-gun design. Oh, yes. So she's going to look, I think, a little bit like the Victoire, but with... in fact, let's make her a version of the Victoire, like an up-gun version. So let's go for 34 knots. Let's see if we can do that on an induced ship. 85. Not quite. Might be able to do it on a balanced. Yeah, might be able to do it on a balanced if we reduce the draft a tad. There. There we go. Standard crew quarters, standard bulkheads, shot 3, balance. This one, yeah, no, it's a battlecruiser, so keep it on standard. Still designed to go after enemy cruisers, not battleships and the like, or at least technically. I mean, it probably won't. Yeah, this one does not come with loads of free armor, so I'm gonna have to up armor her significantly. But we can do that, which is pretty nice. Can we go all the way up to a 16.88? We can. Ooh, that is a chunky ship. I know she's big, and she is very expensive. Just notice the price. That's insanely expensive. That's the most expensive ship so far. And again, no secondaries, just like the Victoire. She's a minimalist design. Very nice. Okay, save her, and then we can go back to battleships. So we have the Ritualia, which is our modern 2. Then we can have our experimental battleship, the Gascon. What can we do with you? Yeah, they're just progressively more expensive. Right. Do we need to ship that long? Let's go for the slightly shorter version. Richelieu is 50,000 tons, so this one being 58, not crazy. What about guns? What guns can you fit on there? You fit an 18? No. What about a 15? Yes, you can. Let's go. Oh, hello. Jewels. Let's go jewels. There also might be something sneaky you can do on the front. Let's see if we can do. What can you do with this hull? Get that as far forward as possible. Get that as far back as possible. You can! Okay, they don't fire over each other, but still. That's 5 centerline turrets. Can we get? Oops. Like just something fairly flat, like a standard barbette. Yeah. No, not quite. You'd want one that just raised up just a tiny, tiny bit. Like that. Yeah. Not having it. But it doesn't have to be mounted on a barbette, of course. And yeah, we've got a 4 weight offset, so it does just about work. A little bit of an half weight offset issue, but sure, there we go. Just in case you thought I was going to go all sensible on you on this playthrough. Right, oil. How fast was Ritualia? 30, and Diderot was 28. Let's go for 28 as well. I don't think this ship is going to be designed to go at a crazy speed. Yeah, we don't quite have the engine efficiency to do it on natural boilers. But can do it on induced, no problem. Even with a tiny funnel, so that's fine. Again, do we really need secondaries on this? Probably not. I don't think there's any particularly fun or large guns we can fit, is there? No. So we'll dispense with the secondaries. Weirdly, that turret looks higher than that one. From having that many guns, I do not want it to sink. Shoot torpedoes. We're a little bit overweight, which is annoying because this ship doesn't come with ridiculously good armor, but we are underweight. Yeah, this armor scheme is totally radically different from all the others. What do we got? 15. So 16.8 would be nice. Mostly going to focus on turret armor because, of course, the belts, though, I think need to be very, very thick because. Yeah, the extended belts, because, like, I'm pretty sure, especially this turret, is is outside the main citadel, so we need a really, really thick belt. Definitely deck protection. Increased deck protection would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get it in. So deck hit over here, dangerous, but I mean the top of the turret is protected, so calculated risk. Although really what I'm noticing is with that halfway offset I should just remove a gun, because that makes everything so much easier. Which is a shame, but I think as well the ship does actually look a little bit more sensible. I mean, sensible is a relative term, but it would let us be very experimental and have a super, super chunky ship. There we go. There. No, don't like the look of that. Do not like the look of that. Come on. There. Perfectly balanced, normal ship. That's not completely bonkers in any way whatsoever. Very much a broadside-on ship, which is the complete opposite of the design of the Ritualia, which is why I like it. New design. So that was experimental. We can get a super as well. In fact, we can get a super and a super 2. Now, we really haven't gone... Currently our largest ship is the Leveret, 61,000 tons. So, I'm going to go for the smaller version of the Burn. I'm going to go with the good tower, though. Something like that. And we're going to drop that draft right down. So that's just too chunky for my liking. Guns, though, we're going to go a bit bigger. We do have 18s as an option, and we have had for a while. I've just not been using them, and we have 20s. 20s I think are going to be too heavy, but 18s, that should be pretty nice. Now, I'm going to compare her directly to the Richelieu, so we need to do at least 30 knots. Let's get the rest of her set up. Probably going to need a balanced boiler for this. She can double funnel. Just 100% engine efficiency. Nice. What about a single funnel? Also 100%. And way less smoke. Wow, how fast could you make this thing? Yeah, just need a little funnel. Okay, could we do this on juice boilers? Yeah, we can. I'll do that then. Okay, well that's significantly less weight in boilers than I was expecting to have to use. Increased AP. A little bit overweight, which is disappointing, but not overly, because already comes with pretty excellent armour. Especially if we modify it to an all or nothing scheme. I would like some secondary guns though. Again, I just want to see more options in there. Yeah, I'm going to go for... See, 4 inches look tiny on this. Shite. What about 6-inch guns? Fuck it. If I'm only going to have 6 guns aside, we might as well make them chunky. Might as well have 8-inch guns. It's not even a gun that we've used yet. Backed up with, what, some 3 inches? Go for that. So not a lot of secondaries, but relatively powerful ones. Gives us an aft weight offset issue. Again, we can try and balance out with a bit of an armoured prow. Oh, and I am overweight, which is not ideal. Mainly because of that 8-inch gun. Look at that, that's crazy. 8, 4, 1% overweight. Increase the draft a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, she's ended up a little bit heavier than I thought she would be originally, but it's fine by me. With a slightly armoured prow. Also very expensive, 200 million. That is crazy. Aft weight offset, okay. Not much you can do about an aft weight offset on these ships. But we'll go with that. Suits me fine. A little... No, that's it. The burn. And we can build a super battleship 2. Now, I think 84,000 tons is going to be our... Yeah, it is. It is going to be the... is going to be the limit on the shipyard, so we'll just stick with that. Oh yeah, this is the one where you randomly get an American tower. I'm not a huge fan of the American tower. We'll stick with that one. Yeah, this one's radically different. Right. So yeah, she's going to be more the broadside style. More like the Gascon. So 28 knots, probably enough. And with the biggest funnel I have, no, not on a natural. But it will do it on an induced with no smoke, so that's fine. Getting all the protection in. Right, guns. 20s, definitely 20s. And I think this is going to have a bit of a weird layout, because like where the break is, basically want like one gun up front and then the other gun's at the back. I think a big enough. No, it looks weird. Ooge. So you still have a 4 weight offset. It's going to be the strangest ship. If I go for an extra... Yeah, I think the triples are my best bet. That layout. Reverse triple. So... AXY triples, which is also not a size that I use very often. A layout I use very often, I mean. Ooh, 6-inch guns. Sure. 6s and... say 3s? Yeah. Good God, the 4 weight offset. Makes no sense. Oh, dearie me. This is a running away ship. Insert your own memes. Right. Overweight. Mind you, that's probably due to her armor, which is interesting. If we go for a proper all or nothing on this thing, still overweight. Those 20-inch guns are just too heavy. Let's go for an even stranger design. Yeah, that works. Reverse renown. Reverse renown 20s. Sure. And then we can make more of a brawling ship. Don't know why you would want to, but you could. 9, 9. Yeah, 9, 9. Let's reset the turret armor, that's why. No, we're still a little bit over. 8, 8. 6, 6. Yeah, 6, 6 works. 7, 7 works. Just. Okay. An even more crazy ship. Huge 4-weight offset. But, yeah, there's really not a lot I can do about that. Again, if I adjust the armor, people saying, well, I'll put an half belt on it. I can do, but what that all that does is transfer this penalty to here. So she's just going to be a weird ship until we get access to the bigger one. It's France. It's cool. Okay, and I do want to design some smaller ships, but I will do that in the next episode because this is already quite a long one, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.